We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Lots of Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com. And, of course, SideScrollersPodcast.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, happy Wednesday to you. Are you having a good day? You are? Oh, I'm glad you're hanging out with us, Jade. Glad you're here. Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. We got a big one today. We got a big one. Lots to talk about. I mean, we're going to be rapid firing through this shit. It's going to be crazy. Of course, when I think of rapid fire, I think of Blabs.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Always the Energizer Bunny when you come on.
From
aren't you,
hell.
Blabs?
That
That's
was
true.
actually my nickname in band camp. The Energizer Bunny
Hold
from
on.
hell.
Stop. What?
The marching band camp. It was like a day camp. Remember I told you? Day camp, everybody. Day camp. You were there for like 5 hours and you went home. But yeah, because I was like, woo, 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 and 13.
Wait,
13, by the way, so minor. So get that out of your heads. Yeah, they were like, you're like the Energizer Bunny from hell. So
Blabs, just to be clear.
Hmm?
You went to band camp.
I've said this like a million times, yes. It's not the same band camp you think of. Dude, I was like 13. Can we not be weird?
Bro,
I was
stop.
literally
No,
13.
stop. The movie, American Pie, which you have not seen,
No.
the entire thing is about her putting a flute in the hoo-ha.
Yeah, that's gross. No. Why would you put silver up there? Weird. What?
Hi, Mally.
Hi. That was
Welcome.
not a fun time to include me. You could have left me back there for another minute. I was still processing.
Listen. I tried to keep the music going and just kind of move past what was going on with that. But hey, everybody, welcome out. It's going to be a great show. It's good. Mally, how are you?
Oh, I'm better now.
Yes, this is nothing says excitement like talking about band camp, right, Blabs?
I mean, it wasn't the most fun thing in the world. You were standing outside in the pure heat for hours on end while this guy's up in the air telling you that you're in the wrong spot because you got to march and sync and everything. And you got to make this
with a megaphone. Yeah.
Yes, he's like yelling at you. And it's
No,
like,
I
I'm
did
new here.
I did band for 5 years. I did color guard. And I remember
Mally
being out
gets
there
it.
for 2 weeks at the beginning of every summer. Fucking 8 hours for a full day. It was hard
So you're
shit.
telling me you were in band camp.
Blabs, you're doing it wrong.
That's literally, yeah.
You're doing it wrong, Blabs. Mally,
Yeah.
move to your left.
That's correct.
Small steps, baby steps, Mally.
Yeah. So you're telling me,
Perfect.
Mally, you know how to do the whole marching band walk where it's like the heel.
Heel toe. Yeah.
See?
No, but because I was in color guard, I was part of the dancers, so we had to go toe heel. We had to ignore everything the band was telling us. It was very odd. Yeah.
See, look at that. She was in band camp too, technically speaking. Now Craig can't even do anything about it because he's like, shit, now they're both in band camp.
Ladies. You're both nerds.
Yes. We're
Yes.
proud of it.
I'm just
Yep.
kidding. That's good.
It was on my resume.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. No, I never did band camp.
Yes,
but-
sir.
Yeah, I'm the big owl right there. All right.
She's looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of it on her forehead.
Right. Okay, All-Star. All right, look, we do have a big show for you guys. Glad you're with us today. Hit the subscribe button. Join the 116,000 normal men who have found common sense in the video game and entertainment world. We're talking about all sorts of stuff today. We got a giant plethora, just a laundry list of a poo-poo platter, if you will. That is, have you ever heard of the poo-poo platter before? Blabs or
Yeah,
Mel?
it's in Bug's Life. Who are the poo-poo platter?
Now it just itched that spot. You're right. Okay, yeah.
The poo-poo platter outside of Bug's Life is like traditionally it's like an appetizer at a restaurant, at a Chinese restaurant, and it's like has a little bit of everything on it. That's the poo-poo platter.
Like a
It
buffet.
needs a new name right now.
No, it's perfect because when you're like 10 years old and you go, I want the poo-poo platter. It's awesome.
No.
Anyways, we are the poo-poo platter of the internet, which is great. We're glad you're with us today. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the poo-poo platter. If you ever had a poo-poo platter at a Chinese restaurant, because I know you have. Don't give me that strange look. I'm talking to you in the back. Don't stop it. But listen, it's going to be a wild ride. We always like to start the show off with today in video game history. So Blabs, please fire away. What do we got?
Okay. February 19th, everybody, we have Snowboard Kids 2, released in 1999. We have Star Wars Starfighter, released in 2001. And then we have Metal Gear Rising Revengeance in 2013. The end.
All right, Snowboard Kids 2, sequel to a really good Snowboard Kids game back on the N64. But some noticeable games that you missed out on today, Blabs, include Ikari Warriors, which was an arcade game out of Japan. It also was ported over to the Nintendo Entertainment System back in 1986. Ikari Warriors, pretty classic, I would say. Classic mid-'80s game. Very noticeable game. A big actual kind of important date when you come like at different console cycles. 31 years ago today, Wario's Woods was released. Now, why is that significant, you ask? Blabs, ask that question.
So why is it significant, Craig?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Blabs, because that was actually the last video game released on the Nintendo Entertainment System. So that was
By
released
George.
by Craig. Actually, no, by Nintendo. That was in 1994. Which, if you look at the actual console cycle itself, like the Nintendo Entertainment System lasted like 1985, 1984-ish to 1994, which is a long-ass time. So there you go. Other noticeable games released today include Gitaru Man, released for the PlayStation 2 23 years ago, which for those of you who are into anime. Dynasty Warrior 6 released for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 17 years ago. Which, God damn. Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop was released for the Wii 16 years ago in 2009. And Metal Gear Rising Revengeance 12 years ago for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. So lots of fun games released today. As we know, the release schedule is going to start picking up. We're going to see more and more of these fun games. So yeah, fun stuff. If you guys have any memories of any of those games, let us know in the chat. We'd love to talk about them because guess what? Video games are fun to talk about. Corrigan came in with our first Montez super chat with 70 czars. What's a czar, Blabs? You know what a czar is?
I'm looking right now as we speak because I don't know.
It says, Craig, how much to set your shelf behind you?
South African Rand.
Go with them South African rands. Let's go. Greetings from America.
Lorca.
Says, Craig, how much to set your shelf behind you on fire? Love the new setup, by the way. Montez! Oh, man, thank you very much. To set my shelf on fire would probably do irreparable harm to my house. So multiple millions of dollars. No, thousands of dollars would be great. I don't live in $1 million house. Are you kidding me? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. That puts us at one of our goal of 20 Montez supers today. Let's get there so Mally can pick the destination for the Montez suplex today.
I'm excited.
Ruddy says, no proof Jesus identified as a man. Liberal media. Yeah, well, we'll get to that story here in a little bit. Sure. Jason came in and says, Nintendo is ending its eShop Gold Coin program on March 25th. You can still spend coins, but you can't earn them.
Yep.
Yeah, we have that in the run sheet today. Ian says, guide right. Oh, hold on. Guide right. Is that a thing? I'm guessing that's yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Jiggly Zane says, one time at Bandcamp makes a hard man humble. Not much to spare it. Oh yeah, it's like I know the song. I just knew the theme. What is it?
Are you okay?
Bangkok. One night in Bangkok makes a hard man humble. Yes. You know that song, Blabs?
Actually, no.
Oh man, you should find it. It's a great one. Just Google that. One time in Bangkok.
Have you been to Bangkok? Have you seen the femboys?
No.
Uh,
That'd be. Listen, Blabs.
That'd be an adventure.
That would be an adventure. Yes, that would be 100% adventure. PB says Hollywood is 100% doing this to jab at Christians. They want to do this with other religious figures. Straight up sacrilegious. The Lord will not be mocked. PB, tell him. Wasp says, remember when Alice Cooper played King Herod in Jesus Christ Superstar? Those were better times. And Zim came in over on Local, says, I played the alto saxophone. I can guarantee that the band kids were fucking whack when it came to band camp shenanigans. Wasn't actual band camp, but the private practice rooms definitely had a weird smell occasionally when two people would leave.
Ew.
Damn, Zim. A little
Ew.
meat right there. And Blabs, you were only a year or two younger than these kids now. Now, who wants a smooth jazz solo to set the mood?
Yo, Zim, you could probably upload a video of yourself playing the saxophone and only the saxophone on Locals.
Yeah, head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com, and we'd love for you to do that, Zim. You're just
serenade us over on Locals.
Set the mood, Zim.
Keep it PG.
Yeah, yes. Make sure you set the mood there, buddy. All right, sounds good. Okay. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about today. Mally, do you have anything going on in your life you'd like to share with us? Anything in particular? Any videos coming up or anything? Videos popping off over on X?
Not currently. I did start a little bit of a war because I posted the pregnant man emoji and asked when we're getting rid of this, and that got like a million views unexpectedly.
Did it really? I didn't see
I just posted it because I've seen other people say it, so I was like, I'm just gonna throw this out there and ask when we're getting rid of it, and then it got 800,000 views in a day, and I was like, okay, guess other people want to see this go away.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
I'm really
look
tired
at
of
that.
pregnant man
44,000.
pissing me off. Yeah. So that's my current vendetta is the pregnant man emoji and paper straws.
Oh, I like it. I like paper straws and yes, I like everything about it. Hey, Blabs, I'm gonna boot and come right back. Okay.
That's fine. Go away. I don't know if he's frozen or not. Oh,
I know it was, and then it changed.
I was like, man, he's really holding that face down. Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, anyway, so I don't want to get into hard news yet because I know he wants to talk about this stuff. So let's just go back to Bandcamp. Or never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. We were going to talk about Bandcamp again.
Yeah, we were getting really excited to talk about Bandcamp. Oh, okay.
All right, so when did you join Bandcamp? When did you have it?
Oh, gosh. I had to do it for 5 years, and it was 2 weeks a pop to 8-hour days long. So we had 2 full weeks of 8-hour days to do Bandcamp to prepare for our field show each year. Yeah.
Was that in high school or middle school?
High school. I didn't touch on it. Well, I did color guard in middle school, but we weren't required to go to Bandcamp at that time. So
wait, was it a requirement to do that?
Oh, you had to. If
Dude,
you didn't go to Bandcamp, you weren't in the show. That was it. Yeah.
I volunteered when I was a kid, but because it was so bad, like
Jay would enjoy this. You know, listen,
Craig, you're being shit here.
Craig.
So I had to do it when I did it when I was a kid, but it was so demanding, so time consuming, especially on weekends. Like you had to be driven.
I don't care.
People actually care about Bandcamp.
Some people relate to this. This is a relatable topic.
That's right.
Hey, hands up in the chat if you want to hear more Bandcamp talk. Go ahead, just fire away because just throwing it out there. Otherwise, we can move on to really important topics.
Go on, Craig. Mally and I will do our own show one day called One Time at
It'll just be
Bandcamp.
called Bandcamp.
Yeah, and we'll share memories and talk.
We've got important topics to talk about, like popcorn buckets. All right,
that's right,
ladies. If you could just reel it in a little bit.
Okay.
All right. All right. Fucking A. I love this show. Every day I love this show. There's something fucking new.
Bandcamp's cool, right?
It is.
That's awesome. Corrigan says more like bang camps, am I right?
Maybe for some of y'all, nasty ass.
Make it weird.
Yeah.
Shane came in and says, hey, Side Scrolls, quick question for y'all. What do you get when you combine a YouTuber that wears a hat and 2 others that have beards? A total reading comprehension less than Helen Keller, #Montez. Are you speaking of me and Beardo? Are you implying that I can't read? Do you think that I don't know that I can't read? Well, good. Do you think that's what I don't know? I don't know that already. God, come on, Shane. It's ridiculous. Thanks. And Bellum just came in and says, if we lose the pregnant man, how will people know I ate too much food? There you go, Bellum. I like your positive outlook on the pregnant man emoji. By the way, I have a splitting headache today. I am 100% going shades on today. So just so you know, the lights.
Stevie Wonder. Can you just start doing like this?
It's that Wednesday morning hangover.
You know why I'm feeling pretty rough today? I played basketball last night and I'm dehydrated. I'm dehydrated.
The old man syndrome.
I was just gonna say, I'm sorry. That is the most old man statement I think I have.
I know.
I played basketball yesterday.
I played basketball.
I'm dehydrated and I'm wearing my glasses.
So, okay, I play basketball. Listen, I'm going to make this about 15 seconds. It's not going to be like your Bandcamp talk.
But Bandcamp's more fascinating.
Now listen, I played basketball for an hour and a half last night. You get done, then you got to ice. Don't forget to ice. Everybody knows. You got to ice afterwards. So by the time I'm done, I didn't drink enough water. I fell asleep at midnight. And I woke up with a splitting headache. So now, yes, I know. Shut up, I know. Modest came in with the 5, says, oh, there you go. Hey, bada bing, bada boom. Where is Mia, Amico, and Amicas? What's the matter with you, pepperoni mozzarella? I thought this was a gaming show. Also, is Avowed good? Thanks, Modest. Also, I need to talk with my fingers. I don't know about Avowed. I do not know. This is a gaming and entertainment and life show. We're pivoting, baby. All right, let's get into it, ladies. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Band Talk. Hard news. Yeehaw! You wanted hard news. You got it.
I was really excited we were going to go pivot back to Band Talk, but you lied.
Pivot. That's right. By the way, we should absolutely get that. We should get that, just him yelling that so we can pivot on an occasion.
Ross, pivot!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I know that you ladies loved your time at band camp, and that's great. But you clearly didn't spend enough time at roller skating camp because this is very impressive. And I saw this a couple weeks ago, and I'm glad you popped this in the run sheet today. I think it is important for us to sit and marvel at this wonderful, majestic piece of roller skating, mathematics, and wizardry. If you haven't seen this, be prepared. Be prepared for what you're about to witness. Skate goes off, makes it all the way around. Back on! Oh my God!
That's impressive. It's so impressive.
The multiple angled shot is great.
Yes.
I love how everybody was in on it too. Everyone cleared the space. They're like, yeah, let's go.
Well, because if you had only shown me this clip, I might have said AI. Like, actually, though, it's too good. And then all the other angles, I was like, oh, shit.
Pretty outstanding.
It's pretty good.
Like, whenever I see something like this, I always ask myself,
I'm impressed.
how did somebody think of this?
Yeah.
How many
attempts did it take to master it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My wife has said that she wants to own a roller skating rink. One time, she said, I wish I could just have a roller skating rink. I was like, why do you want to own a roller skating rink? I don't know. Is there I think it's just some weird thing that she wants to do sometime is own a roller skating rink.
So actually, when I was a kid, like in Montessori, basically, I had to do roller skating in gym class. It was awesome because I was like the best one. So. Oh,
you're the best, Blabs.
Because I was a figure skater, so I already knew how to do all this stuff. But then they would completely ignore the fact that I was the best one because, now we gotta look at this little peasant over here. He can actually stand up on his own. So I was completely shoved aside because I was actually the best one. Be like, nah.
I see. Yeah. Well, it's good. Good
Everyone's
for you, Blabs.
A winner.
Congratulations. Hey, can we get some in the chat? Some hip hip hoorays for Blabs for being the best roller skater.
Yeah, when I was 3.
Oh, that's Mally. That's very nice. A round of applause right there. Did you see that? That's good.
Thank you, Mally. I appreciate it.
It's good. Yes, just some wonderful hip hip hoorays for Blabs. Congratulations on your. When was the last time did you actually roller skated, Blabs?
Ooh, when I was maybe 10.
Coming down to Dallas here in a couple of weeks. I'm just saying.
Hell no.
What? No.
Hell no. I gotta practice on my own before I even show it on the video.
No, that's the whole idea, Blabs.
No, too many injuries. I gotta work my way back into it.
You get on the skates and you bust your ass.
No way. It's too many injuries. There's like 3.
Funny. but it's funny. All right.
I don't feel like dying for fun.
Oh no, you just you
For
fall
entertainment.
Yeah.
right, Blabs. You fall on your ass.
That's
and
not the worst part.
Getting up?
Well, no. That's
No.
just easy. You pick yourself back up. It's all the other injuries that involved.
Commodore fan says, Craig, you need to open an arcade and roller rink. Oh, there you go. Now we're talking. Yes.
Yeah.
Just go and buy buy one that exists already. I should go do that. That'd be smart. Be fun. Bike Short says, I'm banned for band camp from Band Talk.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's
One time
banned.
at band camp says, you know what I do when I'm angry? I just play Bach on my flute. It's so relaxing. I learned to do that at band camp.
I don't know that I believe you.
Yeah. Especially with that avatar, you know?
It's good. JWT says band camp is for dorks. Cool kids do tuba Christmas. Let's go.
What?
I didn't know tuba Christmas existed
Neither
until
did
now.
I.
Oh my God, that's amazing. And New York Giants fan came in with the joke. Let's see. This is not sure how well this joke will go over, but wrestling fans of old TNA might get it. Okay. What was the greatest angle Jeff Jarrett has ever been in? Karen. See, that's a deep cut right there, and I know that nobody understands that, especially Blabs. But here's the thing: if I can give you a little background on this, there was a guy named Kurt Angle. And he had a wife named Karen Angle. And she then had an affair with Jeff Jarrett. Hence the joke, what was the greatest angle? And by the way, an angle is a storyline in wrestling. What was the greatest angle Jeff Jarrett's ever been in? Kurt Angle's wife. Bada boom, me! Let's go. It's sex. There you go. Thanks.
That was my Sheldon Cooper laugh.
That's good. Zim came in and says, rule for the Thai boys, if they fool you into bed, they win. No takebacks. Also, no longer have my sacks, but I absolutely have been thinking about getting one again. I really miss it. Hold on, back up. Sim, the rules here that you speak of, the rule for the Thai boys, if they fool you into bed, they win. No takebacks.
It's a trap.
Do you have
story.
experience
Yeah.
in this? We're good. We're
No,
good.
post it on locals. I want to hear about your story time.
Okay. Mika came in says Kurt Angle, more like Perk Angle. See, that's another deep cut because he was on Percocet the entire time that he was wrestling. They called him Perk Angle, but he was also spectacular. All right. Let's move on to what everybody's really here for. Blabs going away.
I had to sneeze. I managed to mute everything. I was like, "How'd you?"
Oh my god.
Everybody here, this is the main topic of the show. Popcorn buckets. Everybody knows popcorn buckets is a big deal. And Blabs pulled this one out. We have a new popcorn bucket for everybody. The Banana Minion popcorn bucket, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. $33.99 available at Universal Studios Orlando. I know this is going to open up a big can of worms, and I know you ladies are prepped for this. So go ahead, Blabs. The show is yours.
What do you want me to say? It's a minion with a banana with a teddy bear.
No,
Would you buy it, Craig?
No, you wanted to talk popcorn buckets. You want to do show and tell.
I don't have the popcorn bucket. Mally has the popcorn bucket.
Oh, okay. We'll go. Okay, Mally, I hear you have some great popcorn buckets you wanted to show.
Apparently.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. These are not from Universal or the movie theater. They're from Disneyland. But they're still showing the purpose of the popcorn bucket craze. This
What the
is
hell's
a
that?
Oh, that's Star Wars, bro.
Right, from Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Craig
Yes.
discipline me every day.
I've seen Star Wars once.
The popcorn. The strap is covering it, but it's
Okay. All right.
you put the popcorn in there.
Mally, how much did that
This
popcorn
one's
bucket
my
cost you?
personal favorite.
Okay.
So obviously I got the mouse droid because mouse. Obviously.
Yeah.
This one's my favorite.
Oh, that's Pete.
Yeah,
Yep.
Pete the
Elliot.
Dragon.
Pete's dragon, Elliot.
Yes. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yes. Elliot the dragon. I actually, look, you can just stuff that
Wow, that one's
popcorn
pretty
right in his
big.
back. Yeah.
It's a lot of room in there. Yeah.
You fit
I think I like
dozens
the
of.
Star Wars one though.
No, I like
I
him more. I like him. He's
That's
fun.
'cause I didn't even know who
wait,
he
He has
was.
a trick. He has a trick. He lights up.
Hey, everyone
loves
loves a light.
because I have all the lights on, but he lights up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the yellow part. Yeah.
Yeah, lantern too.
Oh, that's
All
cute.
right. There we go. Look at
How much
that.
does this cost?
That's all I got.
That's great. How much was that, Mally?
This was like $35, and then I got a free popcorn.
All right.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Well, I know that at Universal Studios, they actually serve, I know this because I was there not too long ago, the banana popcorn. So I would imagine that that's what you get in the banana minion popcorn bucket is banana popcorn, which, by the way, is not very good. Just want to throw it out there.
Really? That's so disappointing. I love banana.
Well, yes, but it has that like part of me really loves that
It's
super
artificial.
fake, that super fake. Yeah, they're not like crushing up bananas and putting it on the popcorn.
Well, hey, man, it'd be amazing.
That
You
would-
know, I had banana cereal for breakfast, so I'm all in.
You had been what?
Banana cereal. I love banana cereal. It's like Banana Crunch
What?
from Walmart.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Banana cereal.
No, never heard
Banana
of bananas.
Crunch.
Never heard of this before.
What?
Okay. No,
Wow.
never.
Whatever, man.
Okay, maybe I should try the banana cereal.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yummy.
sounds like a euphemism for something else. I'm just saying. What?
No.
Let's move on. Blabs put this. This is a viral. We have a noticeable death in the world of TikTok, Mally. I don't know if you heard about this.
No, I've been TikTok inept for a bit now. I'm
Oh.
debating coming back, though. I've been talking about it.
Okay.
I was finally able to re-download the app.
Oh,
So
really?
the app became re-available on the App Store for that. So yeah, I might come back. Anyways, what's happening?
Well, unfortunately, we have a 9-year-old crab that has died. Howie, the crab, has died, and I didn't know this existed until this morning.
Me too.
Oh, well, then why are we fucking talking about Howie the
Because I
crab?
thought it was fun. Like, it was interesting. The crab that was viral on
A
TikTok.
viral TikTok account for a crab. This is awesome.
Yes. Had almost 1 million followers, basically.
Oh.
Okay.
And then
And
he
what-
died.
Well, this crab does have a cowboy hat on in this video that I see, which I appreciate the rhinestone cowboy
hilarious.
hat. That's good.
Oh my gosh.
People are mourning. You can see Rip Howie the crab there. That's good. Well, rest in peace, crab. I'm
How
sure
many
you
followers
tasted
did Howie
Denny.
the crab have at the end?
About 1 million.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, about
I
a
thought
million.
it was a bit more.
That's
wonder-
wild. There are strangers in other places of the world. They're putting up shrines for a crab they only saw on their phone. That's like wild to me.
Yeah.
It is.
I wonder if the government came in and took it, looking to see if it had rabies or not. Do you think that's what happened? No.
No, if you read the
Oh.
article, he lost his arm and then died.
What? No, I thought crabs could regrow their arms.
No, but apparently, I guess whatever
That's
happened,
starfish?
it had like a complication and he died.
I don't think crabs can regrow their arms. I don't think
Yeah.
crabs can regrow their arms.
I'm pretty sure they can.
I'm
Can
positive.
Oh,
Yes.
this is news to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you rip off their arm and you put them back in. Then you guess what? You find them 3 weeks later and you rip off that arm. You got another thing for the buffet in Vegas. I'm just saying.
Craig's all about that ripping off the
wild.
legs.
Let's go. I'm just saying. It sounds pretty damn good.
Oh my
Well,
See, part of me is always like, I should make like a YouTube account for my turtle or like an Instagram account for my turtle. But it's just so much work. And she's
Yeah.
really.
I know. Somebody
she's
was
a
like, make
huge-
an Instagram for your dog. I was like, do you know how much work that would take?
Dude, I've been trying to capture her eating bubbles because like that's one of her hobbies. But every time she sees me, she's like, I don't want to eat the bubbles now that you're watching me. And I'm like, ugh. So I
My
just
dog
sit
knows when
there.
the camera's on her as well. They avoid it.
Dude, I just sit there for like 20 minutes with my Canon right here. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready for you. And she's no.
You gotta
It's
hide
not
it.
hap-
You gotta do a stealth cam on the turtle.
It's so bad. One of these days, I'm really tempted to buy like one of those 24-hour cameras and just leave it inside her tank. And
Yes.
like, all right, just film her, do stuff.
Yeah,
But it's just
yeah.
they're expensive. So yeah.
fair.
The
This is
camera's
all news to
expensive?
Craig, and he's like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Well, no,
Maybe
I
you get one
was-
of those cameras that you're supposed to use in the car, and like a dash cam, but for the
Yeah,
turtle. So every
car
time
dash.
it moves, you'll have that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just-
ring
I-
cam for the turtle. Yeah.
I think that people's obsession with animals is both great and unhealthy. Like, especially when you're dealing with a crab, something that you toss in a deep fryer or boil for yummy deliciousness. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I should do like a turtle stream.
I mean,
That'd be
this is a
funny.
legit question. I mean, and this is not meant to be mean to the crab that died,
Uh-huh.
but when it cried, or when it died, did they actually do something useful with its dead carcass and eat it?
Ew.
'Cause what?
You would eat a pet?
It's a crab.
Yeah, but it's a pet. There's
No.
a difference. There's a difference between raising the crustaceous for like eating
No,
and
no.
then raising it as a
That's right.
pet. This crab did sign language. Who's gonna eat that?
Someone who's hungry? Like, you're just saying,
Dude, but
like,
he died, so there was probably something wrong. It's not like they killed him to be eaten, you know? It died, so it's not a very healthy
Yeah,
body.
that's
then.
true. Like,
yeah.
That's like what
shouldn't
you do
you,
with
like, if it died on
livestock.
its own?
Yeah, like
Listen.
when you put like a cow down or whatever because it's like unhealthy, you don't
Right.
normally eat that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll understand. I get that. I understand what you're saying there. But what I'm saying is, it's not like we go down to the street and buy some dog at the grocery store. No, but we do buy crabs. We buy crabs and eat the crabs and the shrimp and the crawfish and the yums. That's all good yum stuff, right? And so if there's a crab, my thought is, how do I eat said crab?
What percent Asian are you, Craig?
That I like to eat crabs? Crabs are good. Damn, that's ridiculous.
Nah, I'm sorry. If I had a pet crab, I would not eat it. And I actually
Yeah.
used to have like the little shit. What are they called? Not the crabs, the little other guys. I forget their names. But I used to have those as pets, and then they all died. Sadly, when I was a kid. Shit, what am I thinking of? The little tiny lobster guys. I can't remember the name.
Oh,
Angel?
crawfish?
Yeah, crawfish. Thank you. That was it. Yeah, I used to have those guys. I used to have a hermit crab too. I found them at KB Toys. The weirdest thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I also like to eat is chicken. And I don't know if you guys saw the news, what was going on with probably one of the biggest chicken killers and deliverers of yummy chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Did you see what the big news was with KFC in the last day or so?
No.
No.
They are moving from Kentucky.
I know
Kentucky,
they were still there.
Kentucky Fried Chicken is relocating from Kentucky to Texas. Let's go. Everybody's coming to Texas. Let's go.
A third of the company is just not real anymore? What?
That's right. So KFC is moving its headquarters from Kentucky, and customers are now speculating that the chain should rename its name and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's not going to happen. It'll still be KFC. But now KFC is going to be more or less based in Texas because their parent company. And by the way, like, their parent company gives you the most generic corporate non-speak ever. By the way, Plano, Texas, that's North Texas. That is like the center for corporate nonsense up here in North Texas, Plano. That's like where Office Space, that movie from like 1999 was filmed, was Plano, Texas. So it's crazy. So the governor of Kentucky says, I'm disappointed by this decision and believe the company's founder would be too. They're trying to play the emotional game here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So over 100 employees will now have to relocate to the headquarters. This move will take place in the next 6 months. The company's name starts with Kentucky, and it's marketed is marketed our state's heritage and culture in the sales and product. So they said, however, the chain and the KFC Foundation will still operate corporate offices in Louisville, Kentucky, and the chain plans to open a new flagship store there. So that's good. They're not totally abandoning Kentucky.
You know,
But-
I have a fun fact about KFC for you.
Yes.
In Quebec, Canada, because it's French, it's called PFK.
What does that mean?
It's just French, Kentucky Fried Chicken, but in French. Poulet Frites, Kentucky. Yeah, PFK.
Okay.
It's weird to see that, just so you know.
I appreciate
I'm
that.
going to PFK.
That is very weird. Thanks, Blabs.
That just thought that was a little fun fact for you. If you ever go to Quebec and you see like the store, and it says PFK, you're like, what?
That is a fun fact, and thank you for sharing. Appreciate that.
I'm confused why the governor is sad. Like, is that not within his ability to possibly help change that? Like, they're moving for a reason. It's probably a business decision. Is the governor not able to be like, hey, KFC, why are you leaving? Let's talk. Let's negotiate. But he didn't. He's just going the emotional route. Like you said, that's weird to me.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this is probably a decision. Obviously, it's a business decision, but why do businesses totally relocate? Why do you, when the name of a state is in your company, right? Your product, why would you totally just abandon that state? That's crazy. Now, the Yum Brands chief executive officer, Yum Brands, they operate like Taco Bell, KFC, and pizza. Pretty much everything from that. Remember that Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and a Pizza Hut. You remember that song remember that, Blabs?
Yes.
Yeah. They pretty much, that's like everybody.
I don't think I've ever been to a KFC.
Really? Well,
really?
Coming to Texas. Let's go.
This man is going to just fill me up with food. That's all he wants me to do is just eat a whole bunch of barbecue. And I'm like, I'm a bird, bro. I don't eat that much.
Too bad.
Side Scholars mukbang?
Yes, absolutely. We're going to listen. When Blabs is down here in a couple weeks, I'm going to put so much food in front of her face. I'm going to make her
Why
eat
would
it.
you want to do that to me? I'll just be like, I'm full.
Blabs, bring a turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
What?
I'm going to bring you turkey. Actually, no, I wouldn't be able to bring it on the plane. To be like, what the fuck?
No, come on, no. Listen, this is about, if I ever go to Guam, then I'll eat the turkey sandwich. But you're coming to Texas, so I'm going to shove barbecue in your face. That's
Food
what's going to happen.
scrollers.
Right. This is about the experiences and stuff. We got all sorts of fun things planned. Anyways, the CEO says these changes position, but I feel like this is the most corporate gobbledygook ever. These changes position us for a sustainable growth and will help us better serve our customers, employees, franchisees, and shareholders. Womp womp. It's like, okay, corporate gobbledygook right there.
Yeah.
So, anyways, rest in peace, KFC, or at least Kentucky. You'll be missed. I'm sure the general or whatever, what was his name? The colonel. He's rolling over in his grave.
Or as I say, the colonel.
But yes, the colonel, as they say in France, right, Blabs?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's good. In Canada. Okay, let's move on. But before we do, guys, thank you very much. Rare Bear came in and says, I wish Universal and Illumination would make a Donkey Kong Country movie so we could get a Donkey Kong barrel popcorn bucket. Popcorn would make sense for Donkey Kong. Thanks, Rare Bear. I'm sure that'll happen.
I bet that's already in the works, like in the pipeline. And I bet you they're going to already make like a Universal Studios popcorn bucket for Donkey Kong because of the new theme park. It's going to happen.
Thank you very much, Taker. Stuttering Crab. Craig eats his pet goldfish. Don't have them. They're already dead.
He ate them last week.
Miku says, Dim Governor, brain dead. Bullet Shepherd says KFC is moving to Texas. And meanwhile, Texas Roadhouse is headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky. See, there you go, right? Tit for tat, if you will. Corona Soul came in and says, Blabs, thanks for telling us about the Royale with cheese. Montez! Thank you very much, Corona Soul. It puts us at 6 of our goal of 20 today. Spoon Ninja says, I love how Colonel Sanders is beating Dustborn on Steam by 3 players.
Woohoo!
Vulture came in and says, saw Lum and Craig in Archcast. I haven't been on Archcast in a while, but love to go be on it for sure. Jay Toma came in with the 10, says the parent company of Yum owns Pepsi. Taco Bell, a few years ago, they moved the secret recipe and the police shut down roads. 2 executives know the recipe, neither the whole thing. Wow, that's pretty cool. The secret recipe with KFC. Surely some food dude, like you get Guy Fieri out there and they just puts his hand in there. He's like, oh yeah, that's this, and this, right? Like surely somebody can know exactly what that is just by putting it in, right?
Probably.
Mallory, are you a big foodie?
I do enjoy food, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite? Are you a big fried chicken person? You like fried chicken?
Oh, I do like fried chicken. I don't know. We just had some chicken and pilaf last night. We try to mix it up and home cook every night. So I'm not really sure what my favorite is. That's a hard question.
Blabs, you got a favorite food?
I love pasta.
Oh, of course you do.
Oh.
No, yeah.
I mean, Italian is my favorite too.
Yeah.
Wah says, as a Kentuckian, I feel betrayed. But I heard from somewhere that Texas Roadhouse is moving its headquarters from Kentucky to Texas. At least it's an equivalent exchange. Thank you very much. Jason says, well, the state of Kentucky trademarked the name Kentucky in 1999, so they had to change their name to KFC. They don't owe the state anything. Really? They actually trademarked the name Kentucky? That's fucking crazy. And Luffy's Fiasco says, joke! Today I saw a midget climbing down a prison wall and thought to myself, that's a little condescending. Hey, bada boom! Thank you so much, Luffy's Fiasco. Appreciate that. All right, let's move on. Okay. Now, look, you guys know I'm not a big Star Wars guy. Blabs, though, she's a big Star Wars guy. And apparently Mally is a big Star Wars guy as well.
I was literally playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 last night.
Good for you, Blabs.
It's such a dead game, but it's so freaking fun to play.
Well, in that game, can you play as Luke Skywalker?
Of course. What are you asking me? You don't know this?
Blabs, I'm setting up the story.
Oh, right. Pivot.
Yeah. Setting up the story. And Luke Skywalker is played by
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. That's right. Well, Mark Hamill was at the BAFTA award shows. And Mally, I don't know if you've seen this, but he was giving an award. Have you seen this yet?
No.
Okay, let's check out Mark Hamill giving his awards and see if you can notice anything strange happening with Mark Hamill here. Okay? This will be very interesting.
It already looks rough.
We're all gathered here to celebrate tonight. For me, it's that films create worlds so vivid and stories so powerful that we lose ourselves in them completely. They create immersive cinematic landscapes that feel alive, whether they're set here in London or anywhere. So what makes us love cinema?
So Mally,
Hold on. Tell me that man did not actually just lose his pants, his trousers, his drawers on a stage.
He says they lose themselves in worlds and he's losing his pants at the same time he says lose.
yes, quick replay for you, just
so
to make sure.
Well, because at first, just look at that starting screen moment, like his face. God.
Oh shit! Oh no, my blondes. Oh dear.
The panic! You can see the panic in his eyes.
And he's still trucking through like a true professional here, huh?
That is barely a podium. He is not hiding.
He also had like a wardrobe malfunction, forgot a belt, something. But I will give him credit for like trying to keep it together and to keep going because that's hard to do.
My thought with this is, as a man who wears a belt pretty much every day, right? Watch his movements because he clearly doesn't have a belt on. He doesn't have any sharp movements or crazy movements. His pants just fall off, meaning that they were way too big for him, which is hilarious. Like he's just standing there.
He's just standing there.
And they just go whoop. Like he shifts a little bit to his left. Down they go. Whoa,
Notice
shit.
that they fell.
And you know what the crazy thing about it is that that face is outstanding. Is that he reaches down like he's done this a million times before. Like,
Gotta grab him and keep the speech going. What in the world?
Maybe he was on that Ozempic and he lost so much weight and he never got new pants.
You know, he'd probably be dead if he was on the Ozempic. You know, I saw this here, and this is actually a little card here but if you look at it, it kind of looks like his little tummy shining through.
Yeah, right. A little tummy showing, tum.
Oh my gosh.
The irony, or I guess the most spectacular thing about all this is that the podium that he's at has an angle to it. So as his pants dropped, everybody could see his pants drop.
Yeah.
That was sitting to the right of the stage, which there has to be full video of this. Has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, this is I don't know, Blab, see if you can find video like iPhone footage of this, because I would love to see.
Well, I was actually trying to see if he said anything afterwards, and I went to his Blue Sky, and he has something about the BAFTAs, but it completely ignores like his whole pants situation. He's just saying thanks for the night. Unforgettable. It's like that's for sure.
Yeah, unforgettable for sure. Right.
Dude, he's really laying into that whole like crazy old man trope.
Right. He is. And he's really gotten it. Like that is something that as you get older, you definitely lean into your thought process and your ideology further and further. I mean, the crazy old man is not just a stereotype. It is the truth. And crazy old woman too. I know several of them.
No, the older that you get, the more stubborn you become. And I think it's harder for people like him who are so hell-bent on being wrong and in the public. It's like, it's one thing if my dad wants to go be a crazy old dad. He's just going to sit, at his house and do that. Mark Hamill, on the other hand, maybe shouldn't be doing that in public.
Yeah, I hear that. Ian came in. Somewhere in the audience, a fat guy is uncomfortably sitting with Hamill's tight trousers.
Yeah, maybe it was a rental gone wrong and they accidentally swapped, because that does happen. People get the wrong suits or whatever.
I like the idea that Mark Hamill and some fat guy had an encounter before the show and they accidentally swapped pants before they got on. Gross. Hey, Jerry Bear wants everybody to know that the first KFC restaurant was actually in Salt Lake City, Utah, which, hey, didn't know there's a huge market for fried chicken in Salt Lake City, but hey, now we know. Thanks, Jerry Bear. Appreciate that. That's outstanding. Oh boy. Blabs, I got this note from you here about Ozempic.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this a little bit?
I mean, we can. Basically, if you guys didn't know, Ozempic is the drug that's mostly used for diabetics. However, a lot of celebrities have been using it for weight loss. But now there's new studies and reports coming out that is highly linked to cancer.
Oh, yeah.
So my wonder is how many of these celebrities who have been using Ozempic are now going to be coming out with cancer diagnoses in the next couple of years, which I think is going to be a lot.
Yeah.
The end.
We saw that one girl not too long ago that she like bone density loss, and she was really upset about it after using Ozempic. And I think that's the craziest thing about everything that's going on in society right now. There's always been the miracle drug, right? There's always the next one. And Ozempic was the miracle drug, and it is the miracle drug. People are still hopping on the Ozempic train. People who need to lose weight, but they see an opportunity for them to have a shortcut. And the reality is that there are no shortcuts when it comes to this. I think we all understand that. Everybody knows that, but it's just very, very hard to do. I think everybody struggles with their weight at some point in their life. And when you see a more or less a get out of free jail card, it's very easy to be tempted for that, no matter the price associated with it. Now, do you know the original role with Ozempic, what it was meant for?
Wasn't it for diabetes?
Yeah, it was for diabetes. Yeah. That's right. And then it got more or less hijacked. Mm-hmm. So hijacked as a weight loss drug. So I think that we're going to see a lot more of this with these drugs that aren't tested with long-term, and I think this is what RFK Jr. is fighting for, right? The idea that if we're going to put something out on the market, we should probably have a pretty good idea of what it's going to do to you long-term. Yeah. And when was the first time you heard of Ozempic, Mally?
Oh gosh. I mean, definitely somewhere from TikTok or something. So probably in the last 5 years ago, I probably heard of it heard the word for the first time. And then after that, you're like, okay, what is this? And you start seeing that the celebrities are using it and it's not being used the way that it should be, for diabetics. So yeah, it's been around for a hot minute.
Yeah.
I've only really heard about it in the last 2 years, I'd say.
It was
not in 2020.
A lot more of a conspiracy before that. I was hearing the word when it was still and then we started hearing it, like you said, in the last couple of years, more of they're using this. This is a thing, and people are starting to suffer from it. Yeah. Yeah.
And then of course there's all the ads you see. I mean, they're playing off popular songs. Ozempic.
Oh yeah, that's awful. They're ruining all the good stuff.
Yeah. It's a mess. Well, I mean, obviously I don't want anyone to get cancer ever. And but it's not surprising that you see these things at all. And it's rough, man. You obviously don't want anybody to but once again, it's the forbidden fruit. Oh, I can lose 30 pounds in 6 weeks and do nothing. I'm just going to I won't even know that I'm hungry. Wow, that sounds great. And for the record, I have relatives who have used this very early on, and you see something like this and I think, oh shit, is my relative going to get cancer? Yeah. I do not want that. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy. John in the chat says, hot take, drug makers should not be allowed to advertise. Yeah, well, I don't think anybody on our panel would definitely disagree.
No.
And it's funny you say that because how many advertisements are there at night for like when people are watching shows like on CBS and ABC? It's just straight up drug pharmacy advertisements. That's all it is for hours straight. It's like imagine if they all disappeared and they weren't allowed to do that. What would they fill the commercials with?
Literally, no. And I don't know if anybody else had noticed this, but at my recent checkup, there was a literal like TV screen that had been mounted vertically on the wall not even in the waiting room. It's in the patient room, in the actual office.
I've seen those.
And it's just nothing but drug ads. It's nothing but drug ads. It's like I'm at the doctor's office waiting to talk to the doctor, and there is an ad screen in front of me for nothing but drugs. This is insane.
Yeah. It's been like that for me for the last 5 years. I went to a doctor like 5 years ago and it was just ads of stuff. And I was like, dude, you guys are really owned by these guys. You're not even like real doctors anymore. You're just paid to prescribe medication. That's it. You're not actually here to help. Like some stuff can be solved with a simple dietary restriction, right? Nah, here's some pills instead. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I don't like doctors anymore. They're not real doctors in my opinion.
So I got this thing pulled up here. It says in 2017, which was now 8 years ago, 8% of all. 8%.
Sorry, you made me feel old there for a second.
8% of all TV advertising was spent from drug companies, which was about 70. Total TV spend was $76 billion. So drugs accounted for, this was in 2017, $6 billion. But I found a later study that says it accounted for about $11 billion. So, I mean, this is billion with a B, right? And these companies are just throwing money out there. And, those poor pharmaceutical companies who are making money on a razor's edge margin, right there, Elizabeth Warren, just throwing it out there. Did you guys see that where she's like, those poor pharmaceutical companies? What a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jay Thomas says, Colonel Sanders once killed a man in a gunfight. Fucking A. I want to eat chicken from that guy's restaurant. Love that. Thanks, Jay Thomas. Hippo came in and says, Mark Hamill's TDS trouser descending syndrome is hitting a new low. If only he stayed with Yoda to finish his training. He could have used the Force to hold him up. His Schwartz was showing. Hi, Mally.
Hi.
Thanks, Hippo. Appreciate that. It puts us at 8 for our goal today of 20. A Commodore fan says, Mark looks like a hobo drunk. Drunk.
See, that's what I was pointing out at the very start, like the open before the trousers even hit the ground. He is just standing there, like gripping the edge of the table, like Joe fucking Biden, trying to make sure he stands upright. Like, dude.
Yeah, part of me wonders if he's taking drugs or whatever, because he's been like that for years, and you can even see like the shaky hands. So I'm kind of wondering.
On the table, they were shaking. Like,
So I think he's got some medical issues. So I don't really know if he's drunk or not, but still, it's not a good look. And honestly, if these things are how your life is gonna be, maybe like withdraw from presenting and live your life peacefully, right, with your family. You don't go making yourself look like an idiot on stage. Yeah, just a thought.
Mally, are you a big Doctor Who fan, by the way? Do you watch Doctor Who?
Oh gosh, I've been meaning to get into it. I'm aware of it. It's definitely my next rabbit hole to dive into. Okay,
we'll skip that story. I'll say let's go to Ranger George, who came in with the $12.59 direct donation. Says, joke, the British government. That's it. That's the joke.
Yep.
Ranger George, let's go. Thank you very much. And then he also followed up with a $25.18 direct donation. Very specific, Ranger George. Thank you very much. Says, I take monthly injections for I want to make sure I say this right. Spondylitis and arthritic spinal condition. And before treatment started, it was explained to me that we don't yet know the long-term side effects, while weight loss drugs are advertised as a miracle cure. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy enough that they offered this to you. I understand. Like, I think if you're presented a drug and they present it with you with the idea that, look, this is a trial. We don't know what's going to happen with you. And you're taking this at your own risk. I think that's fair. With that said, like, I think those trials should be few and far between. That's some pretty scary stuff. So sorry you got to deal with that, Ranger. That's tough, but hopefully the long-term effects are A-okay. Mercenary says, wait a second. His pants, his ankles, what is the bulge? Is that an ankle bracelet? I swear it looks like he had he has one on and he's trying to hide it. What, you talking about Mark Hamill?
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, a lot of them were saying that he had like really bulgy pants at the bottom. I think it's just because they're too big for him. But
yeah.
Felsteph came in and says, let's not forget that the original Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant was open in Salt Lake City. This is correct. Yes. And Jay Thomas says, Craig, you're probably old enough to remember the weight loss drug in the 80s that was killing people. Oh, yeah, that was crack cocaine. Yeah. Ozempic ads were all over TV and online for a couple of years now. Yes. Thank you, Jay Thomas. Mercenary followed up, says, those are ads. Why I don't watch TV and don't trust doctors. The chat says Blabs is adorable, as always. Confusing to find anything in the description. So the other girl
That's Mally.
is adorable, especially too. Like anime cool. Thanks, the chat. Yeah, that's Mally Mouse.
She's on
there.
every other Wednesday, and her link is in the description below.
there's my name.
There you go. Pop it up for you. Mercenary says, have you seen these sped up disclosures of effects? Oh yeah, man. That was like I think I kind of red pilled my daughter a little bit, my 12-year-old, when I was watching those things. And
How?
Well, I said, pay attention to how fast they read off the side effects for these ads. And now she's like super skeptical of all this stuff because she's like, oh, why would anybody want severe diarrhea? Why would anybody want
Why would anyone want that?
No, and half of them say that death is a possible side effect. So it's
Yeah.
like,
They all do.
Yes, exactly. So kind of red pilled her early to kind of be a little
Nice.
suspicious of things, you know? That's pretty great. JJ says, love the show. Hi, Mally. OnlyFans win.
How about stay fucked, get fucked?
Get fucked, JJ. Jason says, Mally Tez. Thank you, Jason.
Cool.
Once again, we are 8 into our goal of 20 today. We got 12 more before we hit our Montez goal. Let's keep on moving on. All right. Listen, this is silly. But hey, this is kind of how we do things. Did you see, we're going to go to our lead story today. Did you guys go see, what's that damn movie, the Wizard of Oz movie?
Wicked?
Yeah,
Wicked.
Wicked. I
It's
don't know.
literally in the title, Craig. The
I-
headache be real.
The
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz movie.
Yeah. Did you guys see Wicked? I actually
No.
heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard it was really good. I have not.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of talk about Wicked, and specifically the Wicked Witch of the West in it, Cynthia Erivo. And we talked about her quite a bit. She had some hot takes.
She
But-
had the weird hands and
Yeah.
the crying emotional stuff.
Oh yeah. During the press junket, she'd be crying all the time. And
I love your hat today. Oh my God, thank you. Yeah,
That's
she just
right.
cried over everything.
Yeah, it's nonstop. Well, we have this story now that she is set to play Jesus, in Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl. Now, for those who don't know, Hollywood Bowl is it's a giant theater. It's like kind of thought of as like the preeminent outdoor theater in LA. So anyways, that doesn't really matter. The point is that we have Black Girl Jesus now when it comes to this. Cynthia Erivo is
I
set
think
to
it's
play.
Erivo.
Okay. Erivo is set to play Jesus Christ this summer in a production of Andrew Lloyd Webber's and Tim Rice's Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl. She shared the news via Instagram and just a little busy this summer. Can't wait. She's no stranger to the show, having starred as Mary Magdalene in an all-female version of the hit musical in 2020 and sang the popular number, I Don't Know How to Love Him. So there you go. So she's already played Mary Magdalene with her crazy-ass fingernails and stuff. And now she's going to play Jesus. Mally, you got any thoughts on that?
My thought is just pure disgust. It's a feeling at this point. I mean, South Park really nailed it. Put a chick in it and make her gay. This time they added another one, just make her black. You gotta change the skin color, gotta change the everything about it just to make it fit into this. And yeah, somebody said it earlier in the chat, just this is a direct slap at Christians. And it's like, you know, if y'all were able to make these kinds of jokes and necessary DEI type changes into any other religion or group, then people might stop complaining about it. But this is targeted towards Christians. Every time it happens, it's always, well, we have to represent Jesus differently. It's like, I don't hear anybody saying that we have to represent Allah or anything else differently. Why don't we have to represent anything else differently? It's only Jesus Christ that has to be represented as now a black queer woman, bald black queer woman. What? I don't even think anybody would have been mad if they represented Jesus as black, because like
it's been done before.
Santa Claus too. I've seen that before. Exactly. Nobody gets mad at it because we don't really know what Jesus looked like, and Santa isn't real. Sorry, guys. But if there's any kids around, I know. But like those things are abstract, so it's okay when they're interpreted like that. Like, okay, sure, be inclusive. Let's let anybody else see it. But to change it to a bald queer woman, that's the point I got an issue with. Like, please.
So I think this was done on purpose. This was done for all the rage clicks and everything and talk about it. But I will say, like, I've seen the Broadway play Godspell, and I saw, like, Jesus was played by Corbin Blue from High School Musical. Like, he was Jesus Christ in the Broadway play. So, like, I don't really care, like, so much about the race swapping. Like, it's the Hollywood Bowl. It's like a musical. They always change it and things like that. They made Belle black from Beauty and the Beast. Like, I understand it's kind of weird, but, like, it is a play. Like, they do these things. It's a musical. Yeah. They do these things. But I think this was done intentionally because of all the attention that she's been causing, you know, giving space with, as you will say. You know, that was the huge signature line with the fingernails and everything. So I think this was done on purpose 100%. I wouldn't really have cared if it was like a black dude, but like to race swap, gender swap, identity swap, it's just like, you're just doing this for the attention at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have y'all ever seen Jesus Christ Superstar, the musical?
Not that one, no. I know the music though. It's pretty good.
I guess my thing, they have, okay, so this is a 1971. Now listen, I know this is a classic. You know, it's been on Broadway. You know, it's a very New York thing. It's a sung through rock opera, music by Andrew Lloyd Webber and lyrics by Tim Rice, loosely based on the Gospels account of the Passion. The works interprets the psychology of Jesus and other characters, with much of the plot centered around Judas, who is dissatisfied with the direction in which Jesus is steering his disciples. So yeah, you know, but this has been around for a long time. I guess my question is, if they do like an all-female cast, what's the difference? You know, like she was already in an all-female cast as Mary Magdalene, so there was another lady playing Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the thing is, they're not saying that is an all-female cast so far. So far, this Variety article says more casting will be announced at a later date. So until they say, hey, this is an all-female thing, then people are going to start like getting pissed off about it until they say it.
Well, will they have a dude playing Mary Magdalene, do you think?
Oh, it'll probably be like some drag queen.
Yeah.
From like Queer Eyes or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
They should. Maybe I should audition for Mary Magdalene. See how well that goes over.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe they'll gender swap every role.
Yeah, why not? Just go crazy with it. It's good.
That's truly inclusive.
I agree. Then that's what we're striving for here. And you know what? Put me in a wheelchair while we're at it. You know?
That's right.
That's right.
You gotta cover every category.
I mean, I do identify as the only black trans lesbian here on the show. So that's good.
Why are you excluding the rest of us?
I'm holding space for that, just so you know.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
On a quick note, I forgot about this, that part 2 of Wicked is actually this year in November. So we're not free of Cynthia just yet. We have the whole year for her.
Oh,
so
she didn't die?
let's all hold space together.
No, because I don't know, because I didn't see the first one. But this is a 2-parter thing. And so they just got to the part of the story that everybody knows now, and they're going to do the second one.
So part 1 was like the first act of the musical. And then part 2 is the second act, for anyone who doesn't know.
Hooray.
So is the second one the Wizard of Oz story? Is this now the one? that we
No,
know?
isn't it like she dies at the very beginning of the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Doesn't she? She's the one that
yeah,
gets squished in the house. So like all this, because I'm not very familiar with like the actual story. I just know the music. All this is like part 2 where she's, I guess, big bad bitch, whatever.
What if, and this is just a big what if, all right? What if Wicked 2 is like 20 minutes long?
The end.
And it goes to the point where she just gets crushed and it's like, boof, see ya, that's it.
I mean, musicals are long. They are long, right? But I've heard that they've added some extra stuff into these movies to make them even longer. So like you're looking all in all like a 4-hour plus for part 1 and part 2 combined.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well,
Nuts.
Hooray.
it's a lot of time to spend watching that.
Yeah, you know, speaking of, I watched the Kevin Costner first part of Horizon. It's like a Western movie that came out in 2024. It bombed horribly.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I mean, if you like, I love Western movies, but it was so like convoluted and disjointed. I had no idea what I was watching. It was 3 hours long and it was only part 1. I think they're supposed to have 2 or 3 parts of this. So I think I'm done with Horizon. I watched.
Wait, is it all out? Like all these different parts?
No. Part 1 is only.
So
out.
it bombed.
Yeah.
And now they're doing a part 2 and part 3. Will they even do that? That's hilarious.
I don't know.
We lost money, but let's keep going.
Yeah, I think it bombed pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so it's 2 chapters. The first one was 181 minutes, so 3 hours. The second one is 190 minutes.
No thanks.
Yeah, no thanks at all. So, anyways, I don't think it did. Oh no, I'm sorry. They're planning 4 chapters of this thing. Holy
How old
shit.
is Kevin Costner? Shouldn't they not be doing these?
Oh my God. Jeez Louise. Okay. Yeah, they're planning 4 chapters. So 12 hours of nonsense. Holy Jesus. And it did, yes, it lost all sorts of money. Its budget was $50 million and it made $34 million.
So instead of saying holy Jesus, are we supposed to say holy Cynthia for now on?
Holy Cynthia. There you go, Blabs. Bring it up. I like it. Miku wants to know when there's going to be only Craigs. You can just support over at sidescrollerspodcast.com. That'd be great. Thanks, Miku. Jagged Giddin says, get this, the first KFC in Salt Lake City was in Salt Lake City, Utah, still there. Wait, hold on. You're telling me that the first Blabs, did you know the first KFC was in Salt Lake City, Utah?
I feel like we did this already.
I feel like we've heard this story about 4 but I'm going to forget it so more people can super chat it. So if anybody else wants to let us know that the first KFC was in Salt Lake City, Utah, that'd be great. Thank you guys very much. Thanks, Jag. Appreciate that. Mercenary says, do a white girl of Muhammad and see what happens. Thank you, Mercenary. Vulture says, oh, I mistook Mally for Sav. Sorry. Thank you, Vulture.
They're not even the same hair color.
Not even close. They are both women, though. So that's
good.
Yeah. Congratulations. Taker says, the pilot of the flight that crashed in Toronto. This is the last time I let that rabbit hole tell me to do a barrel roll. Oh, that's funny. My name is not Fox. Yeah, you know, we don't even know who they have not announced who the pilot was.
No, but like they're saying that plane or whatever was operated by like all female, like really big DEI stuff. But that still doesn't mean like anything. Like it could still be like some malfunction of the plane itself. So I don't think we should just jump down the throats and blame DEI, because then if everything's DEI, nothing's DEI. So like I think we should just wait for the facts first and then be like, you suck.
I did see that though. I did see a tease about that, like it's possibly true.
Yeah.
Crippled Head says, how has the weather been treating you guys? I've been getting hit with a lot of snow and ice, and I had to get out the ice scraper. Had been using my Costco card, but it was only taking off 30%. Hey, let's go, Crippled Head. Thank you very much.
Costco, isn't it always fun where you like show your membership card and be like, and then you just walk in?
So exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, Cynthia. Blabs, why don't you read this from Mercenary real quick?
Mercenary says, in the Hollywood Bowl hosted Monty Python, downgrade. Yeah.
Hey, Blabs, I want to let you know that you are an exclusive member of the Costco membership.
Well, I was. Not anymore, bro. I don't have a Costco membership anymore.
Oh, your exclusive membership?
Yeah, because I moved and it's nowhere near me. It's like over 3 hours away. So why would I do that? Not worth it.
Well, I want to let you know that as of 2024, you're in the exclusive club of 132 million people.
Gang.
132 million people are Costco members. Holy shnikes, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
but Costco used to be amazing. It peaked, and now it's kind of shit. I find. So. Yeah.
Sparky says, well, look at this say. We're in a dire need of a crusade. We've been for a while. YouTube apparently doesn't like crusades and hearsay. Thank you very much. The chat says, okay, thanks for the clarification. Mally Mouse, how do you deal with being so awesome? It'd be difficult, I'd imagine.
Where's PewDiePie? Sam!
Thank you, the chat. Dak Forever came in, says Judas will be played by a white person. Thank you, Dak Forever. Puts us at 10 of our goal of 20. Halfway there.
Judas will be played like a blue-eyed, blonde hair, 6-foot dude. White. Thank
you, Darth. Sodom and Gomorrah. The chat says, holy cow, Mally talks fast. Me too. Fan says, as a Christian, I know we are supposed to love everyone, but she can't go but she can go stuff it and burn in the afterlife after this. Wow, that's
Craig.
Yes.
You give me anxiety when you read.
Thank you.
I just needed you to know I'm sitting here like, come on, buddy, you got it.
I'm a bad reader.
Sound it out.
Which is why Blabs is going to read the rest from the stories we can be shamed. Except for this one. APK says Salt Lake City, Utah was founded inside a KFC. There we go. Let's go. Today. Spoon also wants everybody to know that. Did you know the first KFC was in Salt Lake City? Did everybody know that? It's important stuff.
I didn't know that.
Mally, will you read that?
As a Christian, I know you're supposed to love everyone, but she can go stuff it and burn in the afterlife for this.
Thank you.
Are commas confusing? It's like whenever there's a pause, I see you do the stutter, and it's like, oh well, this is where we got it.
Should I get you like an alphabet book or something, like school for 4-year-old books?
Yo, come on, don't be like that. I ain't that bad. All right.
Well, you kind of are, man.
Listen, I can totally.
You are really Stevie Wonder today. Like you're bringing the vibes on. You're like, I don't know the words.
Well, my brain does sound like this occasionally. Yes, as I'm going along. All right, let's move on. This was interesting. Now, Mally, before the show, we talked about the upcoming reboot of Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes, that sounds good, but you have me very nervous for it.
Well, I don't, because Blabs is going to read it.
Oh.
Because there's a lot of words on the screen, and Craig don't know how. Malcolm in the Middle revival will reportedly reveal one family member as non-binary. Wait a minute, look at that.
No. That was such a good show. Oh, they fuck up everything now. I feel like that's all I need to read at this point. The end.
There you go.
What the fuck? Why?
Why do you think, Mally?
I know why, but why is this needed? Who asked for this?
Nobody, Mally.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for it. I'm curious if they have the new Malcolm in the Middle writers out available right now. Malcolm and let me do a quick search here on this. Malcolm in the Middle reboot writers, because I'm just maybe it's a self-insert. You got it, Mally?
Linwood Boomer.
Linwood Boomer.
What a name.
It's the writer for the Malcolm in the Middle revival, which will be available on Disney Plus.
Oh, there it is. That's a big part of it for sure, being on Disney Plus.
That's why. There we go. We just found the brick wall.
Okay. Okay, let's see how many red flags we have in this.
So this was announced like what, 7-8 months ago, right? So I'm kind of wondering if this was all like decided on months and months and months ago before all these like DEI initiatives are slowly being taken away, and now they just can't take it back.
Yeah,
probably. That's what I'm thinking.
I bet you're right. I bet you're right about that. So Malcolm, by the way, this is the same guy who wrote the first Malcolm in the Middle.
Ah, what a sellout.
Yeah.
Him and Rick Riordan should get together. Write a shit story.
So this guy, okay, this is kind of funny. Boomer based the Fox sitcom Malcolm in the Middle on his life story. So do you think that when he was born in 1955 when Linwood N. Boomer was born in 1955 that he knew a whole lot of non-binary people?
Boomer's a boomer.
Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. This truly was based on his life story. The pilot of the episode of the series premiered on January 9th, 2000. It was watched by 22.5 million viewers. Wow. That's incredible. Had a 6-year run of 7 seasons and 151 episodes, and now it's getting brought back. Now, Linwood Boomer also, this is kind of interesting, because Linwood Boomer also was a writer for Little House on the Prairie, The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, The Young and the Restless, and most recently, Santa Clarita Diet. Did you?
So he went from all those amazing works to
I was just gonna say, yeah. Like I heard nothing but good things about all of those. The most recent one I didn't know, but all the other ones I knew and I've heard of, and they got good reviews from people.
I've seen Little House on the Prairie. I've seen bits of like Love Boat. There was another one you mentioned that I've seen some of. Like those are fine. There's no agenda in them whatsoever.
Somebody's got dirt on him. Somebody changed him. Something's happened.
They're blackmailing him.
Well, you can look forward to that or not look forward to it at all.
Or he just wants to keep his job. I will write whatever you want. Just let me stay.
Damn, I'm never allowed to get excited about reboots. Y'all always are telling me about something new, and I'm like, yay! And then, stupid. Sorry. It's awful.
Yes. How does it feel to have all your stuff ruined, right? All the time, constantly.
Yeah.
God damn, that's crazy. All right. Speaking of crazy, we got this next story, which we'll get to in just a second. But first, your super chats. Felstaff says, "Fair being fair, can we cast Ted Neely from the film Jesus Christ Superstar as what's her name? Elphaba? Elphaba? Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm not even gonna read these. Go ahead, Blabs.
All right. History Daddy, for one, says in the UK, I was offered antidepressants before any diagnosis. It's all about finding reoccurring customers to avoid actually treating us. Yeah, they just want your money. They want you sick forever so you be a slave, basically. Jay Thomas says Wicked 2 is like Godzilla versus Bambi. Laugh my ass off. Ross says, Craig, maybe I should audition as Mary. Me, cease your heresy. Spoon did a Jose Ramirez meme and says, did someone say my name? No, but not today. But thank you. Clinic says, first Carl Jr.'s was in Anaheim. It's not there. Thank you. Crazy says, I live 30 minutes from the first KFC. Hey!
Let's go.
Post on locals.
Yeah.
Ian says, audiobook of Lord of the Rings narrated by Craig. Runtime 17 months.
Thank you, Ian. Appreciate that.
Craig, you should try reading The Hobbit. That one I read as a freshman in high school. So, like, if I can do it and it was high school, it's pretty easy. I mean, the first sentence was, there once was a hobbit who lived in a hole. Can you say that?
Ian came in with the 10.
I just read that one. Oh. Jesus. Godzillionaire says, Malcolm in the middle of transitioning.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Zimfer says, did you know that the first KFC was in Salt Lake City? Yes, we did. Thank you very much, Zim.
Hey,
I'm so glad Craig didn't read that. And also, it took me until getting to KFC to realize what they actually typed.
Blabs, what was the sentence you want me to read?
This one right here.
No. There once was a what?
There once was a hobbit who lived in a hole.
There once was a go fuck yourself. How's that, Blabs?
I mean, no, that's not the right way to say it.
Sorry.
All right, next. Felstuff says, for fuck's sakes, cancel Disney Plus. I like your avatar, Felstuff. That's nice. The chat says, Mally Mouse Sim confirmed. Thanks, Blabs. You shouldn't be open about that, man. Keep that to yourself. Thanks for the super. Sean says, since nothing's off limits anymore, it's time to cast Vince McMahon as Rosa Parks and Pamela Anderson as
my God.
That's wild.
I'm going to the back of the bus. Get out of my way. I'm going to the back of the bus. I'm going to fuck some bitches on the way down. That's my Vince McMahon. I'm going to shit on your face if you don't let me go to the back of the bus. Sorry.
Okay, Demashno says reboots along with swaps are lazy and tired. Yes. And Pax for 5 says Malcolm in the middle of two genders. Thank you very much.
That's a good one.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
you may continue now, Craig.
All right, thanks. Appreciate that. Okay, if we can move past my Vince McMahon as Rosa Parks impersonation. Hey, Delta says, Mally's right, though. Craig, I got to move this over so I can read this better. Craig, you remember Clone High? Imagine making a Gandhi movie where you replace him anyway. And yeah, thank you, Delta. Clone High. You mean Sky High, the Disney movie?
I was about to say Sky High is a movie I remember and I liked a lot.
Yeah, Sky High was great. I love
Yeah.
Sky High.
I really love Sky High. And like there was like talks of a sequel and that never happened. I'm kind
There
of okay with that.
I don't think it got enough hype. Wasn't it a Disney Channel original? So it came out like straight onto Disney.
Did it? I
think
could
it
have
did.
sworn it was in theaters, but I never saw it in theaters, so maybe not.
Yeah, I never saw it in theaters either. I saw it at home, so that's what makes me think that, but I could be wrong.
Okay, let's go and move on to this other. This story's nuts. Bringing it over to video games here. Who here is hands up in the chat if you've played Pokemon Go before? Anybody here played Pokemon Go? Blabs, you ever walked around with your phone like this doing?
No,
Pokemon
but
Go?
Niantic created the alternate version for Harry Potter, the Wizards Unite game, and that was like the discount Harry Potter of Pokemon Go. It failed miserably.
Okay. Well, that company, Niantic, who is the developer behind Pokemon Go, is reportedly in negotiations to sell their business. Let's play the Price is Right game here, Mally. You have not seen this price. They have Pokemon Go, right? They have several other games. How much do you think that they are in for potentially selling their business for? She's thinking long and hard.
Like $1 billion.
$1 billion, right?
Yeah, that's my input.
Pokemon developer Niantic reportedly in negotiations to sell their games business for $3.5 billion doll hairs right here.
Damn.
Yes. Niantic is apparently in talks to sell its game business to Coakley, according to Bloomberg. Now, this is the thing that is intriguing to me. I have never heard of Coakley. I have worked in the video game industry for almost 20 years, and I have no idea who this fucking company is, right? Which probably says more about me. Who is Coakley? Well, I'm glad you asked. The company that does Monopoly Go. This is a massive game. They have Chris Pratt in their ads and all this stuff. They're throwing down all sorts of money to advertise that. They did the Stumble Guys, which is like Fall Guys, the knockoff there. Yahtzee with buddies. Star Trek Fleet Command. You can see all the games here. WWE Champions, friends. I think I know somebody who plays that.
Do you?
I do know of somebody who plays that. Yes. Three initials. So you can see this company makes a ton of money and a ton of games. And they kill it. So they're in the process of potentially acquiring the developer Niantic for $3.5 billion. And you can see they also, Monster Hunter now, and Pokemon Go obviously is their biggest hit. I mean, I'm always intrigued when a company like this, Coakley, comes out and is willing to throw down billions of dollars for a developer. I don't know. This is just a really intriguing story. Blabs, you got anything on this?
I'm curious to see what's going to happen, to be honest, but I got really nothing else besides intrigue.
I guess my thing is they're not buying Pokemon. They're not buying Pokemon. They're buying the developer who made Pokemon Go. Right? So maybe they're acquiring the license in addition to it. Like when you buy a developer, you also acquire the ability to develop that game, the Pokemon Go game, potentially. And maybe that's where the value is. Maybe Niantic has a 10-year deal with Nintendo, a licensing deal or something along those lines. And if they were to be acquired, that deal carries over to the new company. And because in my mind, like paying $3.5 billion for a development company, I feel like you can start your own development company for considerably less, poach a lot of those people over that are the decision makers and do the exact same thing with considerably less money. But that's just me. I don't know. It's intriguing. It's an intriguing thing. You know, I saw this in the chat Saturday. It says Niantic's real business is in the sale of GPS data. They're responsible for most of the non-street based GPS data in use. Wow. That's intriguing. Very intriguing. All that data just going, it's not just going nowhere, guys. It ain't just going nowhere. Yeah.
I have something to share.
Yes, Blabs.
I asked Grok to draw Vince McMahon as Rosa Parks.
Oh, good.
And it just put him on a bus. So there you have it. The end.
We'll make
only in one of those does he actually look like he's at the back of the bus.
Yeah, with like this one right on
There's people behind him and seats in the other ones. Yeah. So
yeah, the bottom right I think is the one where he's like towards the back.
Yeah.
God damn it! I want to go to the back of the bus.
Retweet
that. Tweet that out there. Hey, Darth Gavel says Blazing Saddles coming in 2026. No, that ain't happening. There's no way they're doing a Blazing Saddles reboot. No way. JJ says, can you discuss the tiny hats control over the media? Don't plan on doing that. Thanks, JJ. Flynn Dutchman says, did you guys see what happened? I'm not even going to try to read this. I can't even fucking read today. Go ahead, Blabs.
Did you see what they did to the pool? They flipped the bish. I don't get it.
Flying Dutchman, I don't know what that is, but thank you so much for your support. And I saw that was your first super, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Mercenary. Go ahead, Blabs.
Oh, all right. No, Clone High. It was a Cartoon Network show about clones, famous people, Jonan Arc, Gandhi, JFK, others as high school teens. What the fuck? So I never had Cartoon Network as a kid. I never saw any of that stuff. So this is above my head. I know nothing. And then Zim, this is why Craig didn't want to read. I get it now. Zim sent a massive thing over on Locals. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room with rats, and rats make me crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a ruby room with rats, and rats makes me crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. That's good. A ruby room with rats and rats makes me crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A ruby room with rats and rats makes me crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. Thanks, Sam. Got you, bro.
Craig, you look like you're malfunctioning.
Craig couldn't do that. Craig wouldn't be able to.
No.
This is what happens when you read a lot of books growing up. You know how to read, man. I've literally read like 3 books in the last 3 days, so. New York Giants fan. I just want to throw this out there. The idea of Santa's not real, but he's based off a real saint. Thanks.
I like that.
Appreciate that. That's not very calendar heavy right now. Like we're in February, a couple of months. But thank you very much, New York Giants fan. All right, let's go to everyone's favorite Fortnite player, Ninja. Well, I mean, if this was 2016 or 2017 or so. Mally, what do you know about Ninja?
I know he's a streamer that makes an absurd amount of money.
Yeah, that's true. Ninja has done very well. Well, recently, Fortnite brought back OG Fortnite, which was kind of like a return to its roots. I'm not a big Fortnite guy. Every time I got into Fortnite, it just got, I don't know.
I hate it.
I couldn't do it. I know like Jeremy, we were talking about yesterday over on Tuesday Night's Main Event over on the Geeks and Gamers channel that like, he's like, you got to play Fortnite. I can't stop playing it. Like, I don't know. I just never been able to get into Fortnite.
It's just bots.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like the building to me was something that I just couldn't get into. And then when they removed the building, I didn't know the meta with the guns. And then I was like, I don't know. Couldn't really get into it. But Ninja was definitely one of the big names early on when it came to Fortnite. I mean, remember that there was a big night where he played with Drake and he had like 60,000 people watching him. And it was like, holy shit. It was like a big cultural movement that first night. And it became I think it was Drake, played with some rapper or something. And it was like, whoa, streamers crossing over with celebrities. And now it's like the other way around where celebrities want to cross over with streamers. But he was insulted by Fortnite as they never said Ninja insulted by Fortnite, never paying him to play despite paying other streamers, which is, he's really upset about that. This is one of Fortnite's most popular streamers. Ninja revealed that why he was insulted that the developers didn't reach out to him amid the return of Fortnite OG. Ninja has long been a well-known face and name in the content creator space. The streamer is best known for playing Fortnite a lot. He was that esports guy before. 23 million subscribers on YouTube, 19 million on Twitch, which, by the way, if you were to go to his YouTube channel today and you were to look at his streams, he has 23 million people and he is live right now. So let's once again play Price is Right. Mally, if I have 23 million subscribers over on YouTube, how many people are watching me on YouTube right now play?
You'd hope at least 1 million or 2.
You think you'd have 1 million people? Well, between YouTube and Twitch right now, only on YouTube, he has 4,500 people watching him right now. And with another 19 million followers over on Twitch right now, he has 7,000 people watching him right now. So Ninja, while still a massive audience, has seen a dramatic decline in his audience over time. So it's been crazy. So he says, and let's go back to this story here. It says Ninja calls out Epic Games, saying that they are insulting him for not offering to pay him to play Fortnite, but paid multiple streamers. Here we go.
You can call it greedy. You can call it whatever you want. This is how my brain works. Okay. I have been playing this game besides Marvel Rivals coming out. I really haven't left Fortnite in God knows how long. I've been me, Cypher, Courage, are we some of the only guys. Okay. I'm pretty sure Courage and Tim and a couple of other people got sponsored, paid Fortnite ads to come back and play during all the stuff, right? Like OG Fortnite coming back, right? And once I found out that they had ads, I was like, oh dude, let's see if they reach out to us. I'm already playing the game. So they're like, we're going to pay these guys to come back and play the game because we already have you. You're already playing. And it's like, do you have any idea how low-key insulting that is to be like, I'm one of the only streamers, big streamers, playing your game. And because I'm already playing it, you're going to pay a bunch of people to come back, play it for a day, not even a day, right? Play it for two-hour sessions, and you're not going to take. Dude, it just rubbed me the wrong way.
So, when as we were listening to that, what my first thought was?
Fortnite causes brain rot?
No.
Oh.
Fuck that guy. He makes a lot of money.
Right. You know what my first thought was Rumble. My first thought was Rumble.
Very similar, yeah.
Because Rumble is out there handing out money and equity in their company for everybody who's not on Rumble right now.
Yeah.
And that drives me fucking crazy because there's so many, and so in that aspect, I understand what he's saying, right? He's like, I've been here the entire time. Like, why wouldn't you at least reward me a little bit? Now, with that said, look, most people who are streaming over on Rumble did not make $6.7 million in 1 month. They're not multi fucking millionaires, right? No. So, it's just I understand it to a point, right? Mm-hmm. He's been championing this thing the entire time. Why not invest in the people who have been your champion the entire time? I get it, right? But at the same time, it's like, dude, you're fucking wealthy beyond belief, right? Mm-hmm. He signed. I don't know if anybody remembers this. Do you remember Mixer, Mally? Mm-hmm. Mixer came out. They signed Ninja to a big old deal. His audience didn't transfer, and then they ended up packing up shop like a year later, and they paid out all those contracts. And Ninja's contract was part of it. Multi-million-dollar deal. And as you said, you can call it greedy or whatever, right? I think I hate the idea of how much money how much money do you really need, right? Because I guess you can always have more money, but at a certain point, it may be time to be maybe not say that publicly, you know?
Yeah. No, I was thinking the same thing, honestly. I was thinking like that is a conversation that I would have had like with my fiance or with my friends, and I might have vented to them and been like, hey, like kind of bothers me that as a creator who's really prominent in this atmosphere, in this community, that brand didn't reach out to me. That's a valid frustration to have. You are a hardcore player for that game. For them to not reach out to you, I understand it being insulting. He is a very prominent person in that community. He has a lot of followers, a lot of people he's influencing to play that game, maybe even to buy skins in the game, to pay for it. And so that is a completely valid opinion, but exactly like you said, couldn't agree more. That is something that really you just keep to your fucking self. You don't get to go on the internet and say it's so hard to be a streamer because you're going to get shit on for it.
Yeah. Well, hey, if we can all be put some prayers up for Ninja, and hopefully he gets the respect he finally deserves in the Fortnite community. I hope it all works out right there. Wah, wah. Mystery says it came into the 10 Canadian, says another Montez closer. That's right. We're currently at 14. We could get there. That's great.
Come on, guys. I want to pick one.
Sean came in and says Craig is the reason the Department of Education is being defunded.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I got nothing. It's true, man. You speak for yourself. Really.
I do.
You
Blabs,
really do.
Listen, I'm a talker, not a reader. All right.
But you stutter.
No, it's just a name, Blabs.
Oh.
Crash Mondo.
Is it?
Blabs. Go ahead, Blabs.
Rosa Parks got in trouble for sitting in the front of the bus, not the back. The front was reserved for the whites. Yes. This is well established. Thank you, Crash. Yeah. Sly Rice says Pokemon Go was all about getting you to the point your phone camera where they wanted more GPS data. Throw a Pokemon where you need more info, profit. Yeah, you're right. But I will say, fun fact, if you don't know about it. So I have a friend who loves Pokemon Go, and when we were in Japan, he was playing it because in Japan they have specific like creatures there that you can only get over there. So he was going nuts playing it, and then he came back here and he was like, "I miss the shiny ones." Oh. Okay. Miku says, you now remember Ninja flossing on New Year's Eve. He flossed on New Year's Eve? Jesus. The chat says, Melly Mouse, what is your favorite thing in life? It's not you. Go on.
That's from the chat. That's really funny, actually.
Yeah, it's a great name. It really is.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, definitely not the internet. I don't know. Literally anything. Grass, books, animals.
There you go. Zim says, yes, everyone, I meant rubber. Got a whole thread of Thai boys going on over here on Locals. Brain got confused.
Okay.
All right, thank you. And Miku says, shows that he's hungry. Get that money.
Thanks, Miku. Appreciate it. Yeah, there you go, Miku. Miku knows. All right. Let's finish up talking about this. By the way, we are 6. Speaking of getting that money, we are 6 yellows away from our goal of Montez for the day. We've had a nice little run with Montez lately. So let's see if Mally can pick where the Montez Slam happens today. All right. Yesterday, there was a big old hubbub in the world of video games as Marvel Rivals, which is one of the biggest games in the space right now, had a huge launch. They actually fired several members of their team. This was came out of nowhere, and people were like, what the hell happened here? And the initial reports were the entire team got laid off, but it turns out that was considerably less, and that it was more or less one of the key players on the team and several other members, like a level designer and such. And apparently these team members were redundant. So it wasn't like that major of a hit. Obviously it was to them personally, but it was just interesting to kind of see the response to this as the initial tweet came out. And we saw this from Wario64, says Marvel Rivals director and team laid off, according to posts. The post itself was over here on Reset Era. This is from Thaddeus Sasser. Says, this is such a weird industry. My stellar, talented team that helped deliver an incredible, successful new franchise, Marvel Rivals for NetEase games, just got laid off. Oh, well, times are tough all over. Let's find these incredible people new jobs because we all need to eat, right? Anyway, so they got fired. They got laid off. And it was interesting to see kind of how that story switched throughout the day. and changed. But Melee Games came in and says, the gaming industry is in really bad shape when Marvel Rivals, the biggest success by a landslide, is still laying people off. If the game can't keep everyone employed, what can? Hope everyone finds new jobs quickly. And I think that's a really good way to put it. Kind of shocking to see a game that has been so successful have to fire really anybody at all. But NetEase, who is the company behind that, put out a statement, which Blabs is going to read now because I can't. So go ahead, Blabs.
Okay. Is that all of it? It looks like it's been cut off at the top.
That's it.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Let me remove our top banner up there for you because it may be hard. I'll read the first sentence. We recently made the difficult decision to adjust mob. There you go. Go ahead.
Good job, Craig. Structure for organizational reasons and to optimize development efficiency for the game. This resulted in a reduction of a design team based in Seattle as a part of a larger global design function in support of Marvel Rivals. We appreciate the hard work and dedication of those affected and will be treating them confidentially and respectfully with recognition for individual contributions. We want to reassure our fan base that the core development team for Marvel's Rivals, which continues to be led by lead producer Asian name in Wu and game creative director, another Asian name in Guangzhou, China, remains fully committed to delivering an exceptional experience. We're investing more, not less, into evolution and growth of this game. We're excited to deliver new superhero characters, maps, features, and content to ensure an engaging live service experience for our worldwide player base.
Oh,
You
sorry.
okay, Craig?
Yeah. Sorry. I was thinking about how I need to go back to school. Yeah, but like I said, this is one of those things where people are being laid off, and we've seen this as even in a situation that's so successful, we're still seeing people get canned throughout the industry. This year, we're now at 900 folks after last year having 14,000 people fired within the industry. It's been a crazy few years, and the fact that this game can see anybody fired at all is nuts. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot more outside of, well, that's crazy as shit. And
Yeah.
I do think there is actually something that we should talk about here is, look, we are not journalists on this show. We don't pretend to be journalists on this show, but we try to get things right. We try to. Now, we're not always going to get things right? But there was a real quick rush to kind of hit things up and go out and talk about this before the whole story was out there. And not just from a YouTuber perspective, but from a video game journalist perspective, right? So, like this whole broke right after the show, and had we been live while this is going on, the way we talked about this would be different because we're reacting to what's happening. We're giving our thoughts on what's happening. We're not trying to break any news or anything on the show unless we use our breaking news sounder. But that was something that we saw yesterday. There was a real quick, like, boom, 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 boom. Let's get it out as fast as we can. And I don't fault anybody for that. I don't fault any YouTubers. I don't fault any quote unquote journalists for that, because at the end of the day, that is the game that YouTube has set up. That is the game that content creation has set up. You have to deliver quicker than everybody else. Otherwise you're left out. You're out in the hole. So it was interesting to kind of see. And I hope that those who were first to get out there also came in and they made a second video or a second article or a retraction or whatever needs to be done to make sure that they did get it right. Because when we do fuck up, which we do on the show all the time, we do try to go back and give an update on things or, provide some sort of correction if possible. And once again, we're not going to do that for everything. We may try, but I just want to be clear about that. So
I have a great meme to share about this. Get laid off, make good game, and get laid off. Which one do you choose?
That's right.
It's
Kind of one of those things. So
basically what it is.
all right. We are at 19. One more yellow away. Says Darren came in and says, wow, Blabs and Mally. Imagine that. Stuttering Craig actually stutters. What a concept. Montez. Thank you, Darren. Appreciate that. Swiss Cheese David says, great show, guys. The water baby search yesterday proved to me Blabs Google has been turned into the dark side. That's right. The water baby search was rough. That was rough. Ditto Gonzalez says, I can't curse here. Not very super YouTube. Well, thanks, Obama. Thanks, Ditto. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for your support. Also, Montez. Raptor Kratos came in and says, wait, what's this? It's Mally with a chair. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, we're doing the wrestling thing here. Wait, what's that? It's Mally with a chair. Oh, she just hit Montez with the head on this with the chair. Uh-oh, Mally slam. Mally slam. She just took out Montez. Thank you. Yes. Meh Karma says, Wei Kong Wu. Thanks, Meh Karma. Then we got this from Claddock. Says, I work in an adjacent industry, and once your job is done, then it's time to look for another job. And you're not owed indefinite employment. This is true. I saw this real quick. This was sent to me, and I don't know what this is. This was just sent to me a second ago. Oh, this is kind of intriguing as I skip through it. Avowed. It's a new game that's coming out, and people are. It's had interesting reviews. Some people have said it's really good. Some people have said it's very boring. But let's see this interesting marketing that they're throwing out here. This is it says, bring the Dream Scourge and the Living Lands to your home with this Avowed Spray and Grow Kit from North Spore. Check this out.
It's a chia pet.
You are correct, Blabs.
They got their own chia pet.
I was literally thinking that as soon as I saw the statue pop up, I was like, oh, it's a chia pet.
Chia.
That's right. That's right. You get yourself a nice little bear with some spores growing off it right there.
Wow.
That's something that I don't think I'll be buying anytime soon. Or maybe I should. Maybe I should buy it, just put it in the background over here.
Hey, you know what? Props to them for doing something unique, though. I will give them credit for that.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Like, why not, right? Why not? Just give it a go and see what happens. You know, that's interesting stuff. Kind of, sort of, not really. Mercenary came in with the 10. Says, here you go. Hey, Mercenary, guess what? We did it. We goddamn did it. Israel came in and says, Montez, let's go. And Bike Shorts says, this one's for Mally. I'm not a simp, I swear. Thank you, Bike Shorts.
Thank you.
Stealth Strike says, my step uncle twice removed and put back in beats. Oh, hold on. I can't even read this. Blabs, please read this shit.
Jesus Christ. My step uncle twice removed and put back in beats me because I'm dog water at Fortnite. He's also imaginary. What should I do?
See, how did you put that sentence together?
It's called reading comprehension.
No, my
Try it
step
sometime,
uncle
bro.
twice removed and put back in. What is it? What does "and put back in" mean? I don't even know what
Means he
that
was
means.
twice removed, but then he went back into the family line.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Gotta
He's
read
trolling
like
you.
Talking to you. Like, that is a statement. That's not a typed sentence.
Yeah,
right.
He's trolling you here.
Mm-mm. Well, thanks. Great. Wonderful. Fucking grand.
Do you want to talk about it, Craig? You seem very off.
Victor came in with the 20 Blabs.
Have we forgotten the CCP has off-self nets for their own citizens? Why are we surprised that once they get a revenue stream, they would get rid of people they would have to pay for? Fair point.
When you guys want to fuck with me, the best way to do it is actually to send a direct donation, because I
can't read them.
Yeah, Blabs can't read those, including Dead Pixel, who came in, Blabs, with a $50 direct donation. It says Ninja didn't get paid because he didn't follow the advice in his own book. when he lost his blue hair color. Not for Montez, but for boobs. Okay, for Montez too. Dead Pixel, thank you so much. Enjoy those wondrous wonders. Thank you, Dead Pixel. That is outstanding.
Those melons.
John came in and says, I don't understand what the big deal is about Pokemon Go. I'm trying to figure out. He made them into Pokemon Go. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. We make them Pokemon Go to the polls. Hillary Clinton. John, what the okay, stop it. Commodore fan says, Epic Games gave us Linux guys the middle fingers, so I give it right back to them, and we'll never buy anything from them. Thanks, Commodore fan. And Delta says, the conversation around Marble Rivals was interesting. It felt like Genshin Impact with the amount of coping I saw from influencers trying to figure out who this fired team was. Thank you, Delta. Well, we did hit our goal, which is outstanding. We got our Montez goal. So thank you guys very much for your support there. Mally, you get to pick. Will the Montez Slam today happen in Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, The Moon, Dustborn, or Super Mario Brothers?
Let's do Street Fighter 2.
Montez wins. Perfect.
Thank you, Chili.
That was good.
That was great. We'll have more Montez soon. We're working on some stuff behind the scenes that will complement the show, but also we have some new shows coming that we're going to be launching soon. Once again, mark it on your calendar, guys. March 3rd. That is Monday, March 3rd. We'll be going hard and dropping out our third-year plans for you guys. So head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com and become a supporter over there if you guys wouldn't mind. Get ahead of the curve. It's going to be great. All right. We do have some other supers we got to get to, but we always like to allow Mally the opportunity to bounce because you've been hanging out with us for a good while. So, Mally, do you want to take this opportunity to say au revoir?
Yeah, no, if you guys want to see my other stuff, you can check me out on Rumble, YouTube, Locals, and X. That's where I post all of my good stuff. If you want to see more fun stuff, I'm also on Instagram, and you can subscribe to me on Locals and X too. If you guys want to see more bonus videos, I'll be posting some today.
Awesome. Head over to it's rumble.com/user/Mally_mouse. You can find her over there. Look at that. You can follow her, join, do the whole thing.
We'll be live tomorrow.
There you go. Go find her. All right, Mally, thanks for hanging out with us today. Appreciate you as always.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, Mally.
Bye.
See ya. Great stuff as always from Mally. Love that. And she's always super fun to have on. Blabs, why don't you read the rest of these super chats while I hang my head in shame?
That's right. You hide over there. Icarus says Vince would be crazy enough to sit at the back. I am the Icarus says you have to see the Avowed Mold Spore Chia Pet. Worst marketing since the stinky Earthbound Scratch and Sniff cards. Is it though? It's totally unique, so I don't think it's the worst marketing.
Well,
the worst marketing is one like it's absolutely like agenda filled, I think. What's the matter, Craig? You
Nothing.
look you smell something bad.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Sean says the game industries can't crash soon enough. One way to clear out the wokies and corporate fraud. The chat says, oh, I know it's not all about me. Best to all of you. Thank you very much, the chat. Thanks for supporting today. Jay Thomas says, weren't the ones laid off in the US and the devs retained in China? Sus. Thank you, Jay Thomas. Mercenary says, no cryage. You're trying to do things tight. Makes you a real journalist. Everyone else saying they are just wolves in sheep's clothing. And then Stealth strikes in something incredibly flamboyant. I won't say that out loud. And then Toll sent a super sticker.
Whoa. No. You read that.
No, I'm not.
Stealth strike. Hey. I love you too.
Gay.
Literally said that as he pressed the button. Go. And we're caught up.
All right. Bentley guy came in with a 10. Oh boy, here we are. Now you guys are coming in the direct donation side, making me read these things. Bentley guy says, hey, Craig, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood if he knew how Sally sells seashells by the seashore? I got something for you. It's right there. How's that sound? There you go. Thank you, Bentley. And John says, you're a smart boy, Craig. SMRT. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. All right. All right, you guys have an excellent day. Thank you guys very much for your support, whether it was on the direct donation side, the Super Chat side, the Rumble side, and of course over at sidescrollerspodcast.com, which redirects to our locals page. Head over there, make a free account. We're going to be doing a lot more. Once again, I'm telling you, 3-3, the show changes. Everything changes, all right? We're doing a lot of good stuff as we move into year 3, and we can't do it without your support over there. So head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com, make a free membership, and if you'd like to support, we'd obviously greatly appreciate that. With that said, Blabs, you got anything to close up?
Please follow my YouTube channel because I post some new Harry Potter news.
All right, there you go. Oh.
And my other one where I game and I yell at my computer. It's fun.
Hey, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. We are severely lacking thumbs up today. So let's strive over
dare
to
you.
1,000.
Thumbs it up.
Yeah, hit that thumbs up. On the way out, we greatly appreciate it, guys. Let's get over to 1,000. Currently at a meager less than 800. So we'd really appreciate that. Helps grow the show, get the word out there. You guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.